Hello and welcome to The Creative. I'm your host, Jasmine Kai. Today, you and I are going to have a really good time together. We have more than one special guest on the show today. It's going to be a fun-filled show. I've got some really fun stuff happening, some fun features. There's a lot of music-related things and some laughs towards the end of the show. We are actually going to start off the show, of course, with some music, but then we're going to go into a little bit of a chat with a very, very talented Cape Town-based singer and songwriter. She makes incredible music, like absolutely incredible new school R&B music. It's like international level music. It's beautiful. I'm really excited to have her on. So I'm really fired up to kind of get the fun started and get into things. So I hope that you are as well. Let's get into some tunes and get excited and ready for the show ahead. We have an incredibly talented Cape Town-based artist with us on the show today. I am going to welcome her onto the show very shortly. Trust me, you want to be listening into this. You want to be listening to the show today. You want to hear this interview. We're even going to play some of her music. So get your popcorn ready, get cozy and comfy, and welcome to the show, YAMIKO.
Hey, thank you so much.
No problem at all. I'm well, thank you. Could you give our listeners a little bit of an introduction, let them know who you are?
Sure. So my name is YAMIKO, YAMIKO. I sing, I dance, I write, I design, I do a whole bunch of things. I'm just an all-round artist.
Yeah. I love it.
Mostly music.
I love it so much. So what genre of music do you generally make?
I try not to box myself in.
Okay.
But I would say I'm an R&B artist first, just because R&B kind of speaks to me.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'd say R&B, but I really enjoy house music. I enjoy hip hop. I listen to all kinds of genres and make all kinds of genres, but all of them are kind of R&B influence because that's kind of what speaks to me, to my soul, you know.
I like that a lot.
Yeah.
I think you, if I'm not mistaken, you've done some music with, is it Dun possibly?
Yes, Dun Cruel.
Yes. So I've definitely heard you step out of the R&B genre. And yeah, I mean, you handle it so well, whether it's in R&B or out of R&B.
Thank you so much. I think when you enjoy these things, it's kind of the more you enjoy something, the better you do at it. You know?
Absolutely. So I have to ask, how long have you been making music for?
About 3.5 years ish.
Okay, and how did you sort of get into that?
I was a dancer.
Mm-hmm.
That was like my profession for maybe 5-6 years, and then we went into lockdown.
Okay.
And I really couldn't. It felt like I lost my superpower, you know. Like I couldn't dance. I wasn't on stage anymore. Yeah. And I thought, like, let me just express myself in other ways. You know, I've always sang. I sang in my church band, in the choir, and things like that. So I just like reached out to some friends of mine who were in the industry and just asked, like, "Yo, can you help me? I want to sing." You know, I've always written as well.
Okay.
I used to write poetry, and so it just felt like it made sense to kind of bring the dance, the poetry, and the singing together, and like figure out a way to make it one. And music kind of brought all of that together, you know.
I really like that. Wow. So I mean, you've told us how you've turned dancing into music, but how did the dancing actually start?
That's actually so wild. So I've always kind of danced where I could, but I wasn't really a trained dancer.
Okay.
And then I went to university after high school. I was studying pharmacy, believe it or not, so random. and I really hated it so much, but I was kind of just trying to get like a safety net, you know.
Yes, yeah.
And in my first week at university, I got asked to try out like for the cheerleading squad, and I just went for fun, and ended up making it into the squad and meeting a bunch of dancers after that who just kind of took me under their wings, took me to dance classes, to competitions, to shows and things like that, and I just fell in love.
That is so amazing.
It was basically, it was, the rest is history, you know.
Wow. That's absolutely incredible. So we're going to go into some music now, and when we come back, we are going to continue to talk to YAMIKO and learn a little bit more about her story and, her journey. If you've just tuned in, we are chatting to a very, very talented Cape Town-based artist. Her name is YAMIKO, and we're getting to know her a little bit. YAMIKO, are you still there?
Yes, ma'am, I'm here.
So we were just chatting about you going into music, and you said you don't really like to box yourself in too much. So I'd love to know where some of your musical influences come from.
I think my influences definitely come from a more old school R&B kind of vibe. So, definitely a little bit of neo soul as well. So my parents basically made me listen to Brandy, Tamia, Erykah Badu.
Yeah.
You know, so those really influence my music that I'm making now. I think in the past I kind of was just trying to listen to what's popping and listen to what I like to listen to, but now I'm kind of tapping into what really speaks to me, and those are my main influences. I think I still listen to newer artists, but Erykah, Brandy.
I definitely get I feel that you've got a very international sound, so I definitely get that if that's where your inspiration is coming from. So it's a pleasure. Where do you sort of draw your inspiration from when you're writing?
Sometimes, look, it's different every time, you know. Sometimes I come into studio with no ideas, and I just talk, we just have conversations, and then I write about the things we were speaking about. Or sometimes I come in with something on my heart. If I've been feeling sad, if I've been feeling low, it's always nice to write from that space because it's therapeutic. So I end up just writing about my real experiences, how I'm feeling, you know. And then sometimes I also draw inspiration from the past. So I don't need to be feeling it right now, but I tap into experiences that I've had. Just like with Curious, that's not where I'm at right now, you know. But I was reflecting back on something and the feelings that I was having years ago. And sometimes it's really nice to kind of think about it, write about it, and recollect and kind of like therapize myself, you know, like work through issues with the music.
I like that. So actually, speaking of Curious, we're actually going to play it after we hop off. Do you have anything that you want to sort of put out there for the listeners to sort of think about or take into consideration before they actually hear the song?
I think the song is kind of self-explanatory. So, I think just listen, feel it out. The song is more about like how it makes you feel than it is about the lyrics, you know. So,
I like that.
Yeah, just enjoy.
Awesome. So we are actually going to go into that song. It's called Curious. And then after that, we actually have another song by YAMIKO. Like she says, listen, feel, and I hope that you enjoy. When we get back on, we're actually just going to talk a little bit more about the song, a little bit more about music and sort of your journey. And you've made a lot of music. I'm looking forward to that.
Yay, I'm so excited. Thank you.
I see the way you stare at me. It's kinda hard to keep my eyes off you focused on your energy. And every eye in here is drawn to you. Mama said stick with what you know. But something about you makes me wanna get close. I don't care where this goes, so I'm not taking this slow. Please don't involve your emotions. I'm not trying to be yours. I'm just curious, just the two of us. What they think that has nothing to do with us, yet it's new to us. Please don't make a fuss, girl. You know I'm just curious. What if I say I'm on the way? Would you make time for that? Hope you don't mind if I spend another night on us. And if you don't call, I will. 'Cause a few times stand still. I usually don't double back, but for you I will. Ooh, baby, you can unwind. Tonight I'm yours and you're mine. We got all of this time. Tonight I'm yours and you're mine. I'm just curious, just the two of us. What they think that has nothing to do with us, yet it's new to us. Please don't make a fuss, girl. You know I'm just curious.
I'm just curious, just the two of us. What they think that has nothing to do with us, yet it's new to us. Please don't make a fuss, girl. You know I'm just curious.
Wow, what incredible songs. Those were both by YAMIKO. The first song that we played was Curious, which is her latest release, and the second song that we were just listening to is called Alchemy. YAMIKO, I'm actually speechless. This music is so beautiful.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
It is such a pleasure. Yeah, I'm really enjoying just that vibe, and I'm actually chatting in studio about Alchemy, and my mom is actually with me in studio, and she mentioned you can hear that like Erykah Badu influence in that song. Just sort of, yeah, you can hear it behind your voice and the way that you sort of approach the scales and everything. Absolutely beautiful.
Thank you. I love that so much. Also, hi, moms.
She says hi back. I love that so much. So you actually just released it. Was it last week? Curious.
Yes, on the 8th.
That's
Friday
awesome.
the 8th. Yeah.
So I'm very excited. So if you are listening in and you really enjoyed this music, please go over to Spotify and look for YAMIKO. It's YAMIKO, and check out the songs. Check out her music. You said that Curious was sort of something, the inspiration was from something that happened earlier in your life, not something that you were sort of feeling at the moment.
Yes.
Does that, so I know Alchemy came out a while before that. Was that something that was written in the present, or was it something that had sort of been you sitting and going back to?
No, Alchemy was more about the present moment, for sure.
Okay.
I basically had, I don't want to call it life altering, but I had this kind of moment over the weekend where I was partying with my friends, and I kind of just had a realization that the only way I'm going to get things done is if I use what I have around me. You know, it's normal for us as independent artists to get a little bit despondent because we don't have access to big studios, we don't have labels to push us, we don't have budget for music videos and that kind of thing. So I just had this realization that if I want to make my dreams come true, I literally just have to use what I have right now. Even if it's a little home studio and a mic setup, even if I have to shoot music videos with students who just want to give me a little free music video, whatever it is that I need to do to get my art done and out there, I just need to do it
I love
with
that.
what I have.
I love that. I think
Yeah.
that's such an important lesson for artists in general. We don't always have the equipment or the resources that we need or that we would like, but if we can do something with what we have, it kind of gives us that one up, and it actually gets our art out there instead of waiting for the perfect time. So I really like that. Can we be excited about anything new coming out this year?
Definitely. Last year I spent the whole year just making music, not
Okay.
dropping anything.
So this is going to be a year
this
full of
year
dropping
I
music.
Yes, absolutely. Dropping music, dropping visuals, sometimes I see the visual before the song is even done. So this year is the first time I've actually been able to sit with shooters and actually plan out my music videos and actually bring those visions to life. So this year I'm dropping music, I'm dropping videos, and much more, like many more big performances, I'd say.
I like that. I like that so much.
Yeah.
So we're going to go into actually a couple more of your songs. And we're going to listen to, I think we've got like 2 or 3 more to listen to. So make sure to stay tuned for that. That was another 2 incredible songs by YAMIKO. Oh man, absolutely love her sound. We just listened to Rewind and we listened to Out of Time. Incredible songs. So we have YAMIKO on the line with us. YAMIKO, you still there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Awesome. So we listened to a couple of of your tracks from your Shadow Magic album. EP.
Yes.
Can you tell us a little bit about that project? How long it took to sort of build, produce, and release that?
Okay, so I released Shadow Magic in November of 2022.
Okay.
I wasn't really working on an EP, like that wasn't my intention.
Okay.
So over the course of a couple of months, maybe 3-4 months, I'd just been making some music every week with the same group of people. And I started to realize like the music was all cohesive because I was writing about a similar thing throughout, I kind of was just reflecting on some negative things happening within relationships around me.
Okay.
And trying to alchemize that, trying to take that negative and
Yes.
understand it through writing about it and singing about it and like creating something beautiful out of that pain. And that's where the name Shadow Magic comes from as well. Shadow Magic in anime is kind of harnessing the power of like negative things to create magic with that. So
okay, I totally get it now. That's actually very cool, very clever, tying in the name to actually what was happening with the music. That's very cool. So you say you've spent a year making a bunch of music that hasn't been released. So we can definitely look forward to things. I know that you also do a lot of live performances. From looking at your social media, it seems like you often have some live performances. Like I said, YAMIKO is in Cape Town. So could you tell us a little bit about the live performances, if you've got some coming up?
Yeah, look, at the moment I don't have anything solid lined up. It kind of just comes to me. But we definitely will be having more live performances. I love the fact that with live performances I can change the arrangement of the song.
Yes.
Because we do have a live band and we don't really use backing tracks. So what ends up happening is we kind of figure out a new way to perform the songs every single time, So
That's
it's something
cool.
I really enjoy doing.
That's really awesome. That actually gives me Tiny Desk vibes. I like that. So when you do have performances, where can people find you or find out about them?
I mean, definitely on my social media. So just type in Yamiko, YAMIKO with a bunch of O's. On on Instagram, on TikTok, on Facebook, like everywhere, basically. Yamiko with a bunch of O's. Yeah, I'll post about shows, about music, about videos, everything will be dropped there.
And do you have any plans at all on coming and doing some live performances here in Durban?
Oh, I would love that. I've only been to Durban once and I didn't really get to explore. So I would love to come out and do a couple of shows, meet the people, just like enjoy the culture there as well. Hopefully soon, hopefully very soon.
And I think you'll also draw quite a big crowd because, I mean, you've got an R&B sound and R&B is quite big here. So I think you definitely draw a crowd.
And also house music, I feel.
House music is very, very big here, yeah. So we will have the exclusive announcement with Yamiko's permission when she does decide to come to Durban. We'll be announcing it here on Underground.
You'll know it first.
I'll know it first. Yes, so make sure to listen in and listen out for that. Is there anything that you want to sort of share with listeners or potential listeners? Is there anything at all that you just want to sort of share with us today?
Okay, maybe a little bit of words of wisdom.
I like that.
Don't be afraid to fail. I think a lot of us stop ourselves from doing things we want to do because we're afraid of failing. But failure is actually just a massive part of the process, you know. The more you fail, the more you learn, the better you get. So, yeah, my message would be don't be afraid of failing. Don't be afraid of trying. Just go for what you want. Do what you want to do what feels right for you, you know.
I love that. Oh, thank you so much for being on the show today.
Of course. Thank you for having me. It's been a long time coming.
It's really such a pleasure. When we do get you here in Durban, I'd absolutely love to have you on air and we can hopefully even have a live performance from you.
I would love that. Yes, please.
That'll be awesome. So let's get back into some music. Thank you again for coming onto the show. Make sure to check Yamiko out on Spotify. You can find all of her music there. Go and stream her latest release. It is called, I had it here, I literally just blanked. Curious, that's it. It's called Curious.
Yes.
It is such a beautiful song. She's got such incredible music. It's such, you need to listen to it. If you not if anything, you need to go and listen to it. Go and show her some love. Show some love on Instagram at Yamiko with like a bunch of O's at the end. Show some love. If you're in Cape Town, go and check out her page and see when she's performing. Go and check it out live. Once again, thank you so much, Yamiko.
Thank you so much for having me.
Pleasure.
And